All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakwadash. It's like a double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere Shalom to Yakim bringing out this word in diligence and truth. And this article, or it's like this lesson is going to be surrounded around this article here from End Time Headlines, and it reads, Trump orders the creation of the Iron Dome defense system for U.S., which you understand. First precept I want to start off with in Isaiah 13:4. And it reads, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise. Of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country. And what is it that's coming from a far country, man? It's speaking of the arrows or the nukes, man, right? The ICBM nuclear missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. So Yahweh Shai, as the scripture says here in the book of Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50. And I'm going to start here at 22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction, right? And when we go into the book of Isaiah, I believe it's 9. No, Isaiah 10. 10 and 5. No, 9. Right? 9 and 5. And it reads, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Right? The ancient battle, was with shields, with swords, men with armor on the battlefield, face to face. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Showing you that this war, this third woe, as the scripture says, is going to be done, in the sense of the arrows being shot off from one nation unto the next, right? And that the fate of what the of so-called America, right, Babylon the Great, it will end up in flames, right? And we're going to go into the book of Joel as well. But to go back to this in Jeremiah 50 and 22, it says, a sound of battles in the land and of great destruction. And that destruction is also written in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, right? It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth, right? America's been a bully for so long, but the scripture tells you, I made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. Because no longer is America the only ones with a weapon, man. They flex their power. When they drop bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki with Fat Man and Little Boy. But then what? The rest of the countries got nuclear capable, right? So no longer is America just that safe place that can hide behind the barrel, so to speak. And that's why Trump wants this Iron Dome, because it's a defense, right? But the scriptures say, go against the land of unwalled villages. There is no defense really here in Babylon. And ultimately, even if the Iron Dome was built, you have to understand, that Yahweh Shai, the spirit of the Lord is going to be within these nukes that are sent over here, man. So if the Lord destined for it to be destroyed, guess what? It's nothing that anybody can do, right? How do we know that? Right, so I still have this here in the book of Isaiah 13, right? But I want to grab this quick precept coming out of the book of 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 7, and it reads, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? Meaning what? Once the Lord puts it in this, as the scripture says in the book of Ezekiel 38, that evil thought, when he puts that thought into the mind of these kings of the earth to press that button, guess what? There is no turning around. There's no deactivation code that's going to work. It's no defense system that's going to knock them out the air. No. Once it's shut off, that's what it is, man. Judgment is soon after, right? It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Quench it, man. Ultimately meaning what? If it's destined to be, it's destined to be. Right? And we understand the Most High is not a man that he should lie. I'm going to jump down into 13, and it reads, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Right? Speaking of the nukes, it says, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. Meaning what? Nuclear defense system has nothing on what the Lord determine what would be the fate for this place, right? It says, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. For behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So when the scriptures speak about what the smoke of her torment burneth forever, guess what? That's going to be the effect of these weapons, man. 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So to go back to Isaiah 13, and this is 4. It's like at 5. It says, they come from a far country. Speaking of what? The nukes, right? It says, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Right? Does not the scripture speaks about the waster to destroy? Right? But it says the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So when we go back here in Jeremiah 50, right? And we read down, this is 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. And thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath opened his armory. Let's go into this word armory, right? This is the word armory, H214. It says his storehouse, right? A magazine of weapons, the Most High's armory, meaning what? His missiles, right? He created, as the scripture says in the book of Isaiah, the 54th chapter, in the 16th verse, it reads, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. When we read it in the NLT, it says, I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. And I have created the armies that destroy. Right? So he fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. And we know the weapons of destruction are going back into this article, man. Matter of fact, Jeremiah 50, and then just hold the place here at 25. And now let's read into the article. It says, Trump orders the creation of Iron Dome defense system for U.S. It says, Donald Trump has introduced a plan to establish a next generation missile defense shield. And this is the thing, if America was so at peace with everyone, if these peace talks really had an effect, if there wasn't fear from these countries affecting your American political system and the American regime, then why is a next generation missile defense system or shield even in the talkings, right? It says aimed at safeguarding the U.S. states from aerial threats. Hey, well, if this one, this is also a point for the new covenant, Jake, right? If we were in a new covenant, why is war still upon the earth, man? Right? Because the scriptures say when Israel is back in his land, when the true Israelites are back in their land, hey, there shall be peace upon the earth, man. Nations shall not learn war anymore. So why is war still happening then? Because obviously we're not in the kingdom. It's that simple. It says the Secretary of Defense is required to present a comprehensive plan for his defense initiative within the 60-day time frame. This proposal aligns with Trump's campaign commitments and his America First strategy. However, numerous questions remain regarding the feasibility of such an undertaking and the actual requirements for enhanced protection against ICBMs, particularly in contrast to Israel's Iron Dome system. The Iron Dome, designed to counter rockets and short-range missiles, does not provide defense against ICBMs. And despite Israel's relatively small geographical area, this system is unable to secure the entire nation, right? Currently, the U.S. relies on limited ICBM defense capabilities, primarily through an interceptor missiles located in Alaska and a select few in Cali. Since the Biden administration has initiated upgrades to these interceptors, transitioning to a next-generation arsenal, along with discussions about expanding the system to incorporate additional interceptors in either the Midwest or the East Coast. It says Trump also addressed the need for expansion of missile defense strategies. The executive order in question appears to extend beyond existing capabilities and advocates for the development of new space-based defense mechanisms, which are anticipated to require several years for full deployment, showing you that E don't have time, man. Because ultimately, guess what? It's a day that burns in the Lord's heart, to destroy this place, man. Right? And with that being said, guess what? You can't defend yourself from the judgments, which were written before you were even in existence, right? It says the specifics of what Trump intends by Iron Dome remain unclear, as few details have been disclosed. However, the proposal to significantly enhance missile defenses, historically characterized by inconsistent performance and testings, would involve substantial financial investments, potentially amounting to hundreds of billions of dollars. Experts in missile defense suggest that the 60-day review may evaluate the potential for expanding missile defense systems in space, including advanced sisters and interceptors. So all in all, America is trying to, defend itself from the fate which befalls her, man. And guess what? You can't run from judgment. What was written is written, and it's that simple, man. This is back in Jeremiah 50 and 25. The Lord hath opened his armory, and we read that the armory goes into the Lord's weapons. And we also read in Isaiah 54 that part of the weapons are what? The wasters, right? Which are the missiles. It says, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, right? So we read this in Jeremiah 50. We read this in Isaiah 13th chapter, but it's more here, right? It says, they come from a far country, 5, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, which we read are the nukes, to destroy the whole land. As the scripture tells us, it was as the Garden of Eden before them, and after them a desolate wilderness, showing you the impact and the destruction that the nukes are going to bring. It says 6, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And why is that? Because when we go back to Jeremiah 50 and it says, go up against the land of Merathaim, and that word Merathaim means double rebellion. And what this place is, as the scripture says in Revelation 18 chapter, her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High remembered her iniquities. So guess what the Lord is going to do? He's going to make sure that this is the greatest judgment upon the earth, as well as the greatest salvation that the earth has ever seen, right? This is Joel 2, and I'm going to start here at 3. It says, a fire devours before them, and behind them a flame burneth, right? Because the prophets can only describe the nukes as what they had in that time, so they described them as flaming arrows. And Lord willing also grabbed the vision in the book of Revelation, speaking of they had heads as lions and they do hurt. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, or the paradise, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, representing power, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their faces the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march, everyone on his ranks, and they shall not break their ranks. Right? So here it is. And when these nukes be shot off, it's not like just one country is going to, empty the clip, so to speak, and the rest are going to watch. No, when one person pushes the button, everybody pushes it. America is going to push it as well, so it's going to be other parts of the world that are hit by thermonuclear destruction as well, They're going to let off. Just like China, Russia, Iran, Israel, everybody's going to let off, man. Right? But it says here, 8, neither shall one thrust another, meaning what? Your nuclear defense systems aren't going to cause these missiles to, explode into the air. They're not going to cause the missiles to hit each other, No. It says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, because Yahweh Shemel Shai is destined every nuke, every missile, to have a global positioning system set, man. Right? Every missile has a longitude and latitude set for it to hit his mark. And the Lord is 100% accurate. Right? It says, they shall walk everyone on his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The heavens shall quake before them. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And that's due to the smoke, ascending. Now I want to get this in a book. I believe it's Revelation 9. It may not be 9. It may be 9. Let's see. Yeah, it is 9. It's Revelation 9. And this Revelation 9, I'm going to start here at 16. It says, "And the number of the army of the horsemen," right? And this is not a physical army, but the nukes that he's speaking of, were 200,000, right? It says, "And I heard the number of them." So that's the quantity of missiles or warheads that are going to be shot off, man, right? It says, "And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having the breastplates of fire and of jacinth," right? And when you look at jacinth, it's the color of red, representing, the when you look at the fire that's leaving the back of the nuke, right? It says, "In brimstone," and going back to Sodom and Gomorrah, what destroyed it? Fire and brimstone, right? So the effect of, the burning, sulfur, right? That's what it's likened unto. It says, "And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions," going back to horses representing the power, which is really the power of the nuke, right? It says, "Were the heads of lions," showing forth that the strongest part of the lion is that bite, right? That's where the force is held. It says, "And out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone," going back unto be likened unto Sodom and Gomorrah. It says, "By these three were the third part of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails the propulsion. For their tails were likened unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt," right? So there it is, speaking of, the thermonuclear missiles. They used it as a serpent due to the tail and the way that the nuke is being propelled. But at all be all, man, this is what it is. So, hey, you know that the end is nigh, because what? These nations are gearing up for war, right? Never has it been this close into nuclear war, popping off, man. Showing you that the Lord is increasing forth, the time of the end, right? That's why he said he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake, or there will be no flesh to be saved. But we understand this comes through what? Through destruction. But the elect will not partake in the second death, as the 2/3 and the rest of the heathen will, man. So, hey, this is just another watch. Hey, behold, the first woe is past, like the second woe is past, behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And we're in that time of the third woe coming quick. So, hey, this is what it is. Hey, get your spirit right, man. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the body. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harakakwadash. A double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to Yakim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.